We're back. My name's Cicily and this is Sanja, and welcome to Just Life. It has been a minute, but as we all know, life can get a little bit crazy. And I will start talking to my microphone now because I just realized I wasn't. But life has been crazy for Sanja and myself, so we apologize for not posting, but we're here now. And we have a lot to update you on. So, this episode will kind of be like an entire life update rather than just the first 30 seconds. Sanja and I had one of the biggest accomplishments in our life about a month ago. So we'll just kind of recap that because that was a fiasco for me. But we graduated. We are done with school. So Sanja, do you have anything to add about graduation?
Sorry. That we were supposed to film a graduation episode the day of commencement, but the studio was not going to be available for use. But even if it was, didn't matter anyways, because Cicily was late to graduation. I'm just going to put you on blast right now because I don't think anybody would have foreseen that happening. Like, I think everybody would think that I probably would have been the one who would be late, but you actually were.
And I think late is like an understatement. I almost did not make it. I got to the school at 9:52. Graduation starts at 10 o'clock. And graduation, you have to sign in, you have to do all your stuff. And I'm 2 hours away.
It's also alphabetized for
Yes.
the college or like the school that you're graduating from. We graduated from the College of Arts, and so we were all in like a section, and our last names, Porter, Redoya, are like, there was one person in between us, and I was so pissed because I really wanted to sit by you. And when I found out like we would be a seat apart, I was so excited. Nope.
But anyway, everything that could have went wrong that day. And I ended up getting to the school at 9:55, and I had to sit with the graduate students, and I literally thought it was the end of the world. I'm calling every person I know, like, hey, can you sign me into graduation? Like, I want to walk and like I'm on my way. Thank God for Sanja, who begged them to let me sign in. And I called my
They were
soccer coach.
really cool about it.
And I'm so grateful for that. But like, I don't know like how that happened. But I like looking back now, it's kind of funny. Like, wow, almost didn't make it to graduation. But in the moment, I thought it was. Let's see if it'll focus. Oh, now I just look weird. I thought it was the end of the world. I literally was like bawling, and my makeup's like running down my face, full panic attack. But I made it. So
You forgot what your tassels, your cords.
So the night before was election, the primary elections. So I was covering that, which is a big deal. It's like the Super Bowl in news. So I was prepared and did all that. Well, halfway through the night, a tornado touched down. So then I had to go cover tornadoes until 2 o'clock in the morning. So then I get back to my apartment around 2:30, go to sleep, wake up. Mind you, I did not eat anything the day before. So we leave, and I was predicted to get at the school around like 9:15. I was like, oh, like we could stop at Starbucks. Like I'll add like 5 minutes. I might be like 5 minutes late. No big deal. So we stop and get Starbucks, and then I'm like, oh my God, I forgot my tassel. So we're not too far at this point. So I'm like, it'll add like 10 minutes. Like I'll get there at like 9:30. It still gives me a half hour to sign in, blah, blah, blah. I get my tassel on the road. We run into traffic and construction. And that's where I started to panic.
So you would have
Because
been late regardless.
yes.
Probably.
Yeah, I would have been like late, like 30 minutes till graduation, which I was like, it sucks, but like it's manageable. You know, I'm sure there's still gonna be like the stragglers coming in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turned into one thing after another, and then I ended up getting dropped off by Ben on the main Broadway road at 9:52. I sprint in my heels to get into the line where everyone's like already walking. So I'm like literally in the back of the line, just walking with the graduate students. But yeah,
Yeah, that was chaotic. I remember I like had your name tag because they gave it to me. I signed you in and I told them that you'd be coming late. So they gave me your tag, your cords. Um and like you have to give them your index card when you go up there because it says the like pronunciation of your name, all of that. So I had to make sure Cicily got it, and we were like approaching our seats, and I told the woman, I'm like, wait, but like Cicily's supposed to sit here, and she's like, Cicily cannot sit here. And so then she made me give her your index card, and then I don't know how she found you, but thank God she did, and it all worked out. So
it did all work out. It was one of those moments where like you think it's the end of the world, like I really just messed up my graduation. I'm gonna remember this for my life, but it all worked out, and I had such a great time the rest of the day, seeing
yeah.
family, seeing friends. But yeah, it was a nice graduation though, other than me being late. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was so hot.
It was really hot.
But it was nice. Honestly, it was so like I was way too excited, way too obnoxious. I was like the most hyped up person around me, but like, how could I not be? I just graduated college,
You should be, yeah.
you know?
And it was a really nice graduation. Whenever I tell people it was in a parking lot in Gary, they kind of are like,
Like, I tend to leave those details out,
but no, it was really
but
nice.
it was, and it was a great service. And also the fact that we like had the youngest graduate in all of Indiana. He was like, what, 15 years old and
Yeah,
graduated with 3 degrees or something like that.
insane.
So
Pretty cool.
my double
Um,
chin
but
was.
we also had a really good time that night. We went to the city and just hung out, and it was a good time.
We stayed out way too late. Um, and it was also a Wednesday, so it
It
wasn't even
was.
like Chicago was super poppin' or lit, but it was a lot of fun. We had a good crew. And also like you met my god sister, who's also my best friend. And I just could tell her name's Lexi. I could just tell that like you and her would be friends because you guys had a lot of parallels. Like
Hmm.
they both played soccer, college soccer, and just more than that, like your guys' personalities are very similar to me in the best way. Um, like ultimate girls, very smart. And I introduced them that night. And from the minute that you two started talking to the minute they left, like you guys never once had like a minute of silence, a
Yeah,
moment. So
it was definitely like one of those people you just click with, and I need to get her like Instagram handle because I forgot to that
yeah, I'll
night.
send it to you afterwards.
Okay. But yeah, no, it
Um,
was a great time, and it was awesome because like this never happens where everyone you invite comes. And that's what
yeah.
happened.
Well, we all wanted to celebrate. So it was a good time.
It was a good
And
time.
like just backpacking off of that, I moved to Chicago not too
Woo!
long after graduation. I'm actually in my apartment right now. As you can see, the ambiance between my background and Sicily's are very different. You probably have a lot more room than I do. I do not have anywhere to put a backdrop or
Do
have
you
a
like it
studio.
though? Tell us
I
about
love
it.
it. Oh my gosh. I literally like I love it. I live in Uptown, aka Buena Park, also known as Boys Town. I'm in like the heart of Boys Town. And it's kind of funny because I've lived here for almost a month now, like 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks. And my roommates and I had so confidently been telling everyone that we live in Lakeview. And we do not live in Lakeview, we live in Uptown slash Buena Park. So there's a very big difference. And I really like it. again, heart of boys town. So a lot of people around me are gay, and I feel so safe walking around here. Everyone has puppies. Like the energy is just incredible around here. Living in Chicago during the summer is amazing. Almost every single day I go on a walk on the lake, lakefront. So that's amazing. I'm right by the lake. We have an incredible rooftop. And then above all that, we have really awesome neighbors, two girls who went to school in New Orleans, and we've been spending a lot of time with them. So every weekend has honestly just been like an adventure since moving here. And I've met so many people already. Like I literally feel so at home here, and I feel like I just fit right in. And lastly, I adore my roommates. One of my roommates is Serbian. I grew up with her. We went to Serbian camp together, like church camp together. And then my other roommate is one of her best friends from college. They were in the same sorority, they were roommates in college. So I've like been introduced to an entirely new group of people, and everyone has been awesome. So I just feel like I've completely started a new chapter in my life, and I don't even recognize how crazy and how much my life has already changed in the span of 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So that was my sorry.
No, that's awesome. No, it's so exciting, like being in a new place, meeting all those new people. And I
Yeah.
mean, Chicago is a special city. It has that like atmosphere that just makes you want to do so much. So I'm so
Mhm.
excited for you and so happy you're moved in.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Just doing a lot of different things. I walk around a lot. Uh, Even just like walking with my groceries, and just it's kind of like a culture shock moving from the suburbs um to Chicago. And I've experienced a lot of crazy things already. Like my roommates and I, we've all each already gotten a ticket. One of us, not me, but one of my roommates got their cars towed. One of us has been in a little bit of a fender bender. It's like we've only been here for 3 weeks, but we've already experienced so much. I feel like I don't even know who the girl who lived in Indiana 3 weeks ago was. Not to be dramatic, but like I feel like I've lived a whole new life.
No, yeah, it definitely feels like a new chapter, like you said. It's definitely a new chapter of
Mhm.
your life, and like it's just the beginning. Like there's so much more that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like
So
looking, I just celebrated my 5 months at WSBT,
oh
which
my God.
is crazy. But from the start, I really struggled in the beginning, and we talked about this on one of the episodes back. Like just adapting to everything and being comfortable. And I remember one of the older anchors at the station said, "Give it 6 months. That's when you'll feel like you have it figured out." And
Yeah.
I'll say like 5 months. I feel like I've finally figured it out. Like everything's going good. I can breathe. And yeah, it's just the summer's coming too, so I feel like that's a different change of energy, which is really
Yeah.
exciting. So much more happens, and I feel like there's a lot more opportunity to like get out, meet people. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, for sure. It's just been really like good, leaving my hometown. And even like I've run into a lot of people from my hometown, but I like to see how like everyone is doing, and everyone's like changed a lot for the better. Everyone's so mature and like functioning adults in society now. So it's kind of crazy like how much life has changed for everybody. So
Yeah.
so yeah, it's like really good. I'm so happy to be done with college. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna get over, and this is like me speaking as a procrastinator. I'm sure you can't relate, but like there are Sundays where I'm like, I have an assignment due. It's just like that like anxiety has built up in me throughout the years of being a procrastinator in college. So, but do you still like keep in touch with any of the professors from IUN?
Not really. I mean, every now and then I'll get like a message from them, or like they'll say something that maybe I'm connected with. Like for example, I'm speaking at an event in the region, so some of them have reached out like, "Oh, like this is cool," like whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I was gonna ask, is this the first time you've like officially moved out of your hometown?
Yeah,
Or
ever.
wow.
But like I knew that, I mean, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but I knew like I'm a very independent person. I knew that like I would adjust to moving out very easily because my parents have a place in Florida and or they would spend a lot of time in Florida and I would be on my own a good portion of the time anyway. So I've like gotten used to being independent, but it is just like a different scenery and adjustment, you know,
Yeah,
so
no,
different
it's
from
definitely a
living
big
in the burbs.
adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah. And also I was like really mortified moving to Chicago around the time when the cicadas would be coming out because I am a major bug phobic, however you say it. Like I have a major phobia of insects, and especially when you have these like dirty, blind flying beetles who have been underground in filth for 20 years, like, and they can't see, so they just fly at you. I'm sorry, this is a really triggering topic to me because I don't like bugs, and I was really thinking like every time I walk out the door, I'm going to be hit in the face with the cicada. Fortunately, from what I've
And you know,
gathered,
this is the first time in 200 years this has happened. So of course it's
yeah,
the year you moved to Chicago.
of course it's a year I moved here, but I will say I have not seen a single cicada by me, even anywhere. I haven't walked past any. I came back home to Indiana for a few days and I heard them there. I didn't see any, but I heard them.
Hmm.
But I have family who lives in the suburbs of Illinois or Chicago, my bad. And that's where they're like going haywire. I mean, you can hear them like crazy. You will not catch me driving with my windows down in the burbs. Um, but yeah, I don't think that they're really, sorry, my nose really itches. I'm not picking it, but I don't think that they're really out here in the city because there's so much um
Like buildings, not a lot of trees and
yeah,
stuff.
building,
Yeah.
like construction, like there are trees on my street, but there's like metal crates under them. It's not like, I
It's a
don't know.
city tree.
Yeah, it's a city tree. So thank God they're not by me. But I went on a walk yesterday along the lakefront and I heard them. So they might be approaching, but it's almost halfway through. They're getting ready to send their asses back into the dirt soon. It's disturbing though, like when you look in the soil and you see their like burrowing holes. Is it just
Hmm.
me?
No,
And,
you're just cracking me
and
up
my
with it.
last thing that I will say about the topic is lots of people know that I am a cicada hater, also an enthusiast though, not like proudly. I just am very knowledgeable on them because I'm highly disturbed by them. So I've been seeing all of these videos on TikTok of like people drinking cicada malort. If you're
Ooh.
aware, malort is like this Chicago, I know you know what it is, Cicely, but anybody else who's listening, it's like a Chicago alcohol, native Chicago alcohol, and it tastes like rotting dandelions mixed with
Hmm.
gasoline, and that's putting it nicely. It's foul. And then you throw some nasty ass cicadas in there and you start drinking it. It's like the people in the city scare me.
Yeah, that's disturbing. I did a story on the cicadas a month ago. We do not have any here. It was more like Lake County, Porter County, the Illinois counties around Chicago. But
Yes.
yeah, the person I talked to was like, it's gonna be good in one way because it's gonna feed all the birds and all the like critters, but also some people eat them too. And I'm like, no, thank
Cicada
you.
ceviche. that I saw a TikTok about that, like some woman like making people, please, please.
It's
It's
2024.
insane.
There's so many options. Why are we eating cicadas?
Like, I don't care how down bad I am. You couldn't pay me $3 billion to even touch a cicada, let alone.
All right,
I have,
I think we have to change the subject before you
sorry.
puke.
Okay, I'm sorry. So that's just my little rant about cicadas.
No, that's good. What
But
else about moving? Have you had any like struggles moving? Was it hard to move in? I moved in on the coldest day of
yeah,
winter, but other than that, it was pretty easy because it's smaller here. But how was moving in the city?
it was honestly fairly easy. So I was in Arizona when my roommates came to tour the apartment. So I never was able to accumulate the measurements of my bedroom. I had the like initial measurements, but I didn't know what wall was measuring what. Like I had a very vague blueprint of my room. So I had ordered things when I had arrived because I wanted to figure out what exactly I could and couldn't order. So for the most part, it was really just me transferring a lot of my clothes, all my shoes, um, that kind of stuff here, like things I wanted to bring. I brought a lot of goods for me and my roommates, like our paper towels, detergent, like tons of just stuff that we needed for the house. So I brought like a huge container of that. Honestly, my best friend Tia, she's also my cousin, she helped me move in and she went to Michigan State. So she's like moved in and out of houses so many times that she's quite a pro. And I would say she did more work than I did the day that I moved in. She helped me so much. Like we organized my closet. We did as much as we could that first day without having really anything besides my mattress. And then as the days went on, I ordered a bed frame from Wayfair, and Wayfair has really good customer service. So they dropped the bed off the next day. They had someone come and build like the bed, the nightstand, and the dresser. So now I have everything except tomorrow my vanity is being delivered, and then on Saturday they're coming to build it. So that'll be the last thing to complete my room. But other than that, like it finally feels like home. It's very roomy. Like I love it.
That's good. Yeah, I love that feeling when it's like finally feels like home.
Yeah. And the apartment's coming together. I mean, there are like a few little things that we still want to order for our apartment, but for the most part, we got it furnished and completed really quickly. But I do have like kind of a horror story about
Okay.
our couch. So, um, I'll just show you guys. I can actually just. So this is our couch, all right? And we ordered it or we got it off of Facebook Marketplace because we really just wanted like not like an inexpensive couch, but we wanted to see what we could find on there. Lots of people recommend that we look on Facebook Marketplace to find a nice couch for less money. So we
And
did,
real
and we ended up
quick,
finding
couches are expensive. I
is
never
hell.
realized how expensive furniture was until I got my couch. I got on clearance and it still was like dropping a bag.
Yeah, we find this couch and it's a brand new Amazon couch, and one of my roommates messages the girl and she's like, yeah, I just don't like it because, or she's like, I don't like it. It's brand new, that's why I'm selling it. So she was like, you guys need to come to West Loop or something to pick it up. And so one thing leads to another. My parents were like, end up hiring a moving company to take the couch from her apartment to ours. Okay. I won't name the company, but like I freaking should because I'm really pissed off. I'm just mad because like it's been literally like 3.5 weeks. So they literally cost more than like it costs to buy the couch. Okay, let me just say that. they bring the couch and they bring up the couch, everything's fine. I have to go downstairs with one of the workers because they have to grab like something from the truck and I need to let them in. And I come back up here and the couch is completely put together, but like one of the cushions, like one of the big Velcro cushions is just missing. And he's like, oh, like, I don't know where it's at. He's like, check in the truck. We go back down there, check the back of the truck, no cushion. So now I'm trying to like get a hold of this woman on Facebook Marketplace asking if she has the cushion. I can't get a hold of this woman for some reason. And now our couch just looks freaking stupid with this black Velcro showing. We can't just go on Amazon and like order a new cushion. Okay. So I'm like, really, I'm honestly like pissed off talking to these two men. And I'm like, well, when you got the couch, was it put together? And he's like, yeah, like the couch was completely put together when we got there. So they basically admitted that like they lost the cushion or they dropped it in the apartment, whatever. And fortunately, my mom paid for insurance on the cushion. So, or on the couch. So if they damage it, if anything happens, they're liable for that. So we can't get a hold of the woman. Finally, she answers and she literally tells me, like, she sends me a voice memo. She's like, sorry, my WhatsApp hasn't been working. I tried to send you 3 messages. She's like, so nice. She's like, there's no cushion at my apartment, but like the guys were super unprofessional. Blah, blah, like going on, just like telling me all this stuff about how they're super unprofessional and how she knew that like we paid for insurance on it and that like they're like liable to replace the cushion and if they can't like probably replace the couch. So it is an Amazon couch and the worker has called me a few times, told me that he finally got a hold of the manufacturers from like China, but we still don't have a cushion. It's been like a week and I haven't heard from them and I'm honestly getting really pissed off.
I don't understand why everything is so difficult anymore. Did I ever tell you about my couch mess?
Mm-mm.
Okay. They were like super rude and like I kind of went into it knowing like they're salespeople, they want to make a sale. Like I know how it is in sales. I used to work in sales.
Mhm.
So I went in like pretty strong headed, like I'm not gonna get ripped off. Like this is what I want. I want it this price, period. So
Mhm.
they weren't willing to do it. So we're walking out. And then right when we walk out the door, the manager's like, wait, I'll give you the family and friends discount. That was in our budget. So I was like, okay, bet. Like, let's do it. So then we pay for shipping, do all that, think everything is fine. Couch comes 2 weeks later, middle of winter, moved in January. So it's January, the couch is delivered. So they're like, hey, we're out front. Like, where are you? And I'm like, okay, I'm coming down. I was like, oh, we're on the second floor. Like, we need you to move. And they're like, we're gonna drop it outside here of your apartment, and then you can deal with it. This huge couch, like my couch is huge. 2 big boxes just dropped outside of my apartment when it's snowing and left. So so I start panicking at this point. Ben's in the middle of work and I ended up having to get my landlord and thank God for my landlord. He got the couch, helped us move it in, but it was like the worst experience of my life. And then they
And you had
called.
to like put it together.
Right, and, like, I paid, like, $75 for that shipping, for them to just drop it off, like, I would've gotten a U-Haul and picked it up myself if that was the case. So,
Yeah.
I don't understand why everything's so
Did
complicated
you
in that realm.
complain?
What?
Did you complain?
Yeah, but, I mean, nothing happens, they're just like, "Oh, sorry." It's so
Why does it have to be
expensive.
so complicated with the couches?
Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, that's like been my only complaint. We tried hanging up a round mirror in our apartment and it ended up just like falling right off and shattering. So yeah,
Sounds But the good thing is you're moved in and you get to
yes.
enjoy Chicago in summer, which is amazing. So,
Yes.
yeah. I have another life update I kind of forgot to mention.
Mm,
Ben and I ran our first 5K together last week.
yes.
We've kind of been on a running kick, so it was been fun. Did okay on time, Ben finished. Ben has never ran in his life, so for him to do as good as he did, I was very impressed.
Well, I'm really proud of you guys. I saw that, and personally, I couldn't do it, but I
You
applaud
could.
the who can. But like, good for you guys.
It was
Did you
fun.
get a runner's high?
A what? Oh, runner's
A runner's
high?
high?
Yeah, I like running. I don't like running like super far, but like a 5K is like a good distance for me. I did sprint like the last point, like 2 miles, like the finish line. And right afterwards, I thought I was gonna puke. Like I don't like had to hover over a trash can
Point
for like a
two
second.
miles sprinting. Are you out of your?
Well, it's just like the final stretch, like
Yeah.
see the finish line, let's get it over with. But no, it was fun. It was like through my work, so a bunch of my work friends did it too. And yeah, trying to think of other
Well,
life
I'm proud of you guys.
updates.
I'm
Thank
really proud of
you.
you.
Thank you. Um, I have a not so good life update. Um, like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, my mom has been dealing with health issues. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this in, but um, she ended up getting tested for cancer, and it turns out she has stage 2 breast cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Oh my
it
gosh.
sucks. It's like I feel like it really hasn't hit me yet. Like it's so early in the stages, but like cancer sucks and it affects so many people and it's just kind of opening my eyes like health is so important. So um
I remember one time my dad said to me, like, a healthy person wants a million and one things, but an unhealthy person just wants one thing, and that's to be healthy. So,
it's
like,
so
it
true.
really puts in perspective. But
It's so
I'm so
true.
sorry. I will keep her in my prayers.
Yes, please
Uh,
do.
uh, how's she
It's
doing?
she's been really good through it all. I mean, it's still very early stages, so like there's a lot of unknowns, but I'm glad they caught it early. I think she'll be okay. Like breast cancer, out of all the cancers is probably the best one to get. How weird that sounds. It's just because there's so much research behind it and it's so common that a lot of people do know how to deal with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure this will be kind of an update as we go along. But yeah, it just kind of opened my eyes to say like, wow, like we take our health for granted like every day. So yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry.
it's okay. I thought about not even mentioning it, but I feel like it's important to talk about hard things because I mean, it shows that like life is tough. Life is freaking hard. So,
Yeah. I mean, life is hard, as great as like moving to Chicago and everything has been. Um, I'm currently unemployed. So like that's hard, like being under pressure to find a job and like having the idea of like, am I making the right decision? Am I making the wrong decision? Like, we all silently struggled. So I think that that's just a reminder that like even people portray their lives as so great and like everything's going amazing and you really never know what's happening behind closed doors. So thank you for sharing that, Cicely.
exactly. And thank you for sharing that. I mean, I think a lot of people struggle. I know, actually, I don't think I know a lot of people our age are dealing with the same thing. I know it seems like I got a job right out of graduation, but honestly, it took me 2 years to get that job. So
Yeah.
it takes time and it's just I think our generation just has the bad deal, the bad end of the deal.
Yeah.
You will get a job. It's tough out here.
Yeah, it is. But everything's gonna work out. We are where we're meant to be. Um, and everything's gonna be okay.
Yes. But yeah, any other life updates before we close this chapter?
No.
I'll end it on a good note. I feel like we got dark there for a second. Um, Just Life is being featured at an event this month. So that's exciting. Um,
Yes.
let's see, I have the thing right here. So I got asked to speak at All of the Girls event. It's in Valpo, which is super full circle because I lived in Valpo for 5 years. But yeah, I'm one of 5 speakers that's going to be there. I'm the youngest they've asked, so I'm very honored, just very humbled. Because these women are incredible. But I'm so excited.
So are
This
you.
you should come to this event too. I think it'd be great for you. I
I
mean,
will.
a lot of
I
these
will.
girls work in Chicago, and it's gonna be a fun event. An open bar for $50.
So it's not open.
No, it's open bar. Well, $50 for the ticket for the event, and then you get
Oh,
free
okay, okay.
food and
Sorry.
an open bar.
I'll be there. I'd love to come. And of course, I need to support my girl in Just Life. And if you're
Yes.
coming from the event, like if you're checking us out because of the event, hey, welcome.
Yes, thanks for listening. And then next episode will be fun because somebody has a birthday coming up.
Ooh, I do. So the June 21st, longest day of the year, summer solstice, first day of summer birthday.
Yes, so stay tuned for that. I'm sure it'll be a great time. And we'll have some exciting guests here soon too. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. We're gonna be uploading more, I promise.
Yes.
But yeah, Sonia, take us out.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in on another episode of Just Life with Cicily and Sanj. We love you guys and we'll see you very soon. Bye.